What up? It's Mama Shelbs. Once again, I'm running out of YouTube video ideas, so I'm just gonna talk about the times I've either met or run into famous people and might have made them feel really uncomfortable. To everyone on this list, I apologize greatly. Miranda Cosgrove, who I know from Drake and Josh and iCarly, was a year or two ahead of me in college at USC. It was the start of the fall 2014 semester and I was taking a history GE. Our professor made everyone with laptops move to the first 3 rows. I was already seated within the first 3 rows with my computadora and there was an empty seat next to me. I heard, excuse me, and then this girl squeezed by and took the empty seat next to me. A few minutes passed and then I remember glancing over to my right at the girl's computer because I like invading people's privacy, and then my gaze kind of traveled up to the girl's face, and then in my head I was just like, that is iCarly. So when class was dismissed, I was walking slightly behind her, so naturally I said, my sister and I love your show. And she was like, oh thanks, that's so sweet. Never saw her again after that. But someone in that GE snapped a photo of her, and that photo of her happened to include me of all people during that tiny ass exchange. Here's the photo. Jonathan Kane, aka the keyboardist of Journey and the composer of Don't Stop Believing. I had 2 incredible opportunities to sing a duet of Don't Stop Believing with Jonathan Kane, once in 2010 and once in 2011. The second time I sang with him, I messed up during the second verse. I came in earlier than I was supposed to, so there was an awkward moment when I was just off from the music. He's a profesh, so he was able to adjust accordingly, but I was so embarrassed because I messed up his song in front of him. After the program, I was still feeling embarrassed, and so as he was already walking away, I frantically said, I'm sorry, I messed up that one part. I don't even think he heard me. Jonathan Kane, if you're watching this, I don't know why you would be watching this because I'm a nobody, but if you're watching this, I apologize for messing up during the second verse. Randy Jackson. I sang at a fundraiser that Randy Jackson was the MC for in Los Angeles in December 2014. One of the first things I said to him was, so do I get a yes to Hollywood? Trying to make a reference to American Idol, you know? And he was like, you're in Hollywood, man. And that's true, we were already in Hollywood. Vanessa Hudgens. I was in the audience for the taping of Grease Live, and then Vanessa Hudgens was finishing the finale and the bows and whatnot, and then I was standing by where the cast was exiting, and Vanessa Hudgens was exiting, and her hands were like this, and so I did one of these to her. Sorry, Vanessa. JuJu Smith. JuJu now plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but back in the day, he played for the USC Trojans, and he was kind of a big deal when I was there. Now, I don't pay attention to sports, and I went to a total of 2 USC football games in my entire 4 years at USC, so I did not know of JuJu. I saw JuJu at a party, and I thought the way he was dancing was super funny, and I also thought he was just a regular dude, so I pulled out my phone, and I raised it up to his face like this. Face. I raised it up to his face like this, and I took this Snapchat of him. My friends saw the Snapchat, and they were like, how did you get a Snapchat with JuJu? And I was like, who's JuJu? I do now know who JuJu is. I still don't know sports, but I do know who JuJu is. Britney Spears. Back in the actual day, I was obsessed with Britney Spears. I was 5 or 6 when I went to one of her concerts. My dad got us tickets to her pre-show Q&A, and he told me to raise my hand, and if she called on me, ask, can I have a hug? I think he thought this would work because I was freaking adorable and people always wanted to hug me and tickle me and pick me up like a baby. But I just ended up getting really nervous, and I had a feeling that even though I was really precious and adorable, that maybe asking for hugs wasn't allowed, and I didn't want to get in trouble with Britney Spears for asking for the hug. But I raised my hand anyway, and she called on me, and I did not say anything. She was waiting for me to say something and even said, well, and then I blacked out. Jessica Simpson and Lachey. I don't think I made them uncomfortable, but I wanted to include them anyway because I wanted to share this photo. I know they're no longer together and they've both been happily married to other people for some time now, but that was fun. Mandy Moore! I don't think I made her uncomfortable either, except for the fact that maybe I was really quiet when I met her, but it's Mandy Moore, so I'm including her in the video anyway. I met her pre-Princess Diaries, pre-A Walk to Remember, pre-Tangled, pre-This Is Us, and I met her after one of her performances at Great America the Amusement Park of all places. She's a gem. Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings. Side note, I'm gonna open a new tab. I love Colleen because she's so open about pooping and farting, and so am I. Close that tab. I went to one of her shows in San Francisco a few years ago, and I also went to her meet and greet. Now, I didn't want to show up to the meet and greet empty-handed, so I gave her an unopened bag of marshmallows that I got from my kitchen cabinet. I am not even joking. I gave her that. And as her character Miranda, she responded with, "Oh, you brought marshmallows." Anyway, here's our photo together. We look cute. Okay, the grand finale. Ian Somerhalder. It was my freshman year at USC, and my friends told me that Ian Somerhalder would be coming to campus to speak about his foundation in honor of Earth Day, and people could win a meet and greet with him if they joined the event on Facebook and liked the USC program committee page. I forgot the name of the actual group, but it's something along the lines of that. So I joined the event on Facebook, and I pressed the like button on whatever that group was called, but thank goodness for them, because I never would have met Ian if it weren't for them. Didn't expect anything to happen. Then the day before Ian was scheduled to speak, I found out that I was chosen to meet him. I wanted to do something that would make him remember me, so fast forward a day later and I did this at the meet and greet. 'Cause you make me feel, and you make me feel. The full video is linked below. When this first happened, it got some negative attention from Perez Hilton and TMZ. Perez Hilton said that I ambushed Ian, and TMZ asked whether this was grounds for a restraining order, and one TMZ dude said,
"That's not cute, that's creepy and weird."
First of all, how dare you? I am cute as F. Second of all, I did not storm the premises and tackle him from behind and start belting in his face. Third of all, even though Ian was probs taken aback and very uncomfortable when I started singing to his face, he was so sweet and such a gentleman, and he handled that way better than some entitled twats in the industry might have handled that. Yeah, that's the famous person encounter that had the greatest potential to make someone extremely uncomfortable. But Ian Somerhalder is such a kind, incredible human, and he responded so graciously. Ian, if you're watching this, I still love you. Okay, that's it for today. If you like me, subscribe to my channel to see if I'll post. If you think I suck, I didn't force you to watch this. Y'all are really pretty, and remember to spread love, kindness, and positivity. Ciao for now. Welcome to the bonus features of this DVD, in which I give you a picture of me and Glenn Close in New York.